Solomon was providing nuggets of wisdom that I believe every single human being needs to grasp, because it's going to affect some part of your life. And one thing I love about the Proverbs is that they're so real and practical. We're actually taking the time to go through this first chapter of Proverbs and look at what Solomon was actually dealing with and what he was talking to us about and how it affects our lives in very specific ways. And I add this little phrase, don't confuse cause with effect. What do I mean by that? You may say such things as, we don't communicate. The reason why me and Carol, the reason why we always fighting because we don't communicate. Well, we don't communicate is the effect or the result of something. No communication is not the cause. In other words, the fact that we don't communicate, that ain't the reason. There's we're not communicating, and so it's like, Lord, show me why we don't communicate. Show me why we don't talk. Show me why I say certain things, she hears something else. She says something things to me, and I hear something else. That's what. It's okay, God, we got to get to the why we don't communicate, not just the fact. The reason why I say that, because a lot of guys do that. Say, the problem with me and my woman is that we don't communicate. Well, no, we got to get to the reason. That's the result. The result is no communication. But the reason is what we're talking about today. Ask God to reveal the usual response to tension. This would get me a little bit uncomfortable, but I got to show you this. Sometimes, for many people, ask God to reveal the usual response to tension. Show God, when I'm under tension, how do I usually respond? Do I get an anxiety, anger, depression? Some people, when they're under this tension, they overwork, excessive sleep, they get irritated, impatient, dominating, start trying to control everything and everybody. Even as I'm saying this, I know you may think about, this may actually help you to understand some of the people that you live and work with every day. How do you respond to tension? When you're under the pressure to what's right and wrong, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and that pressure between right and wrong, how do you respond? Here are some others: sex, fantasy, pornography, fornication, adultery, homosexuality, overeating, shopping too much. People going shopping on a high. Now, shopping in itself is not something wrong, but I'm talking about, is this a response to tension? Alcohol abuse, drug abuse, escapism. Just got to get away. Just escape. When you're under tension, do you just escape? Withdrawal, some people all the way to suicidal thoughts when they're under the tension.